Hello friends! You're on the Last Days channel. Thank you so much for your engagement and support. And so, a review of events for July 26th. Italy. Catastrophic weather conditions in Italy are causing tragedies and safety hazards. A week of record-breaking temperatures in Sicily has led to wildfires breaking out, engulfing cities and towns across the island. Local media warned that the city of Palermo is surrounded by fire, putting lives at risk. One of the victims was a 16-year-old girl who died during a summer camp near the town of Brescia when a tree fell on her tent. Another woman died in northern Milan due to a fallen tree. In some regions, such as Lombardy and Veneto, powerful storms and winds damaged trees and roofs of buildings. Even hail the size of tennis balls caused damage to cars and crops. Milan faced torrential rains and extremely strong winds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. Authorities warned of the risk of branches falling from trees in public parks. In southern Italy, Sicily is battling raging wildfires. Catastrophic heat has reached 47.5 degrees Celsius in Catania, leading to the evacuation of resorts and tourist centers to rescue guests. Fires in the hills around Palermo Airport led to the closure of air traffic. Several human victims were found charred near the airport. In Sardinia, a firefighter has died of a stroke after hours of fighting a blaze. More than 200 people sought medical attention in Palermo due to smoke inhalation and other illnesses related to the extreme heat. The situation became so critical that half of the bus routes in Palermo were suspended due to vehicles overheating. The Cervelo Hospital in the northern part of the city is also threatened by flames, and some of the wards have been evacuated. Authorities are urging citizens to exercise extreme caution and take all possible measures to stay safe in the unpredictable weather. Florida, USA. A video taken at New Smyrna Beach in Florida shows a spectacular water tornado that traveled from the beach to the ocean. In the video, a brief tornado can be seen forming on the beach, which then moved into the ocean and became a water tornado. It was most likely a tornadic water tornado caused by a boundary, which can form when the air temperature or wind direction changes. The video also shows powerful winds blowing sand across the beach. Greece. The Greek armed forces have declared a 3-day mourning period due to the death of the crew of a Canadair CL-215 firefighting airplane. The crew of the airplane failed to get out of the corkscrew after water dumping. In the network earlier appeared footage as the plane tried to maneuver, but fell into a ravine, after which it caught fire. On board were 34-year-old first pilot Christos Moulis and 27-year-old co-pilot Perikles Stefanidis. According to local media, there was no chance of survival for the crew. The plane was 48 years old and was not equipped with an ejection system. Western Australia. On the west coast of Australia near the port city of Albany, a flock of pilot whales were found beached on the beach. Residents of the neighborhood offered their help in rescuing the animals, but local authorities are urging people to refrain from interacting with the whales and have issued a regulation to ensure the safety of both the animals and humans. This is not the first time pilot whales have been mass stranded in coastal waters. Scientists have long been trying to understand the reasons for such unusual behavior of these animals. In particular, this is characteristic of some individuals in New Zealand, where they can die from overheating or due to the pressure of their own weight. However, a pack of pilot whales behaved unusually wandering in the coastal waters of Western Australia. Romania. The city of Bihora, Romania experienced a severe storm on July 25 that caused serious damage and injury. As a result of the destruction of many trees, one person was injured. He received emergency medical attention and was taken to the hospital for further treatment. The severe storm and hurricane-force winds ripped off roofs and felled fences. Metal sheets flew across the capital like paper, resulting in one death. Fallen trees, fences and banners damaged more than 100 cars. 11 districts were affected by the elements. In addition to restoring power lines, water had to be pumped out of the basements of houses and from low-lying streets. During the bad weather, all Romanian ports on the Black Sea were closed. Just a month ago, a similar storm also swept across Romania. At that time, 8 people became victims of the storm, and about 70 were injured. Portugal. Firefighters continue to fight the fire near the Portuguese capital. A forest fire is raging near the town of Cascais and 77 people have been evacuated from there. According to the mayor of the city, wind gusts in places reach 60 kilometers per hour, which poses a serious problem for firefighters trying to extinguish the flames. About 400 rescuers are now working at the site. Forest fire threatens villages in neighboring Spain, and the same forest fire on the island of Gran Canaria threatens villages. Several hundred residents have been forced to leave their homes in the disaster zone, and have blocked roads to contain the fire. 100 firefighters have been deployed, as well as 9 helicopters. So far, 200 hectares of forest have burned. Forest fires are raging in the country amid hot, dry weather, with temperatures reaching 48 degrees Celsius in some places. Costa Rica. Heavy rains and flooding caused devastation in the city of Aguas Zarcas in northern Costa Rica. Homes, businesses and infrastructure have been affected by the flooding. Families living on the banks of the river have been advised to temporarily relocate to the homes of relatives or friends. The avalanche of debris and mud was caused by landslides in the surrounding mountains flowing into the abandoned river due to difficult road access. Rescuers entered the affected communities from 2 directions. Due to the forecasted heavy rains, there is still a high risk of new floods and landslides. Residents should heed all warnings to ensure their safety in case of avalanches. Kurilsk. Recently, the Ibica volcano erupted on the Kuril Islands. For several days it threw fresh volcanic ash into the atmosphere. This caused the town of Kurilsk to be covered with ash. Such ash can be very dangerous to health, as it consists of small and sharp fragments of rock and volcanic glass, which negatively affect the respiratory tract. It is especially dangerous for asthmatics. The presence of sulfur and other elements in the air is also harmful. During the ashfall, the air is electrified, and on the surface of ash particles electrostatic charge is retained, as well as droplets of water and corrosive acids. Therefore, it is best to stay indoors with windows and doors tightly closed. Air conditioners and fans should not be used as they can increase the amount of ash in the air. In the house, it is best to use respirators. All equipment should be covered with a film or cloth and not used until the ashfall is over. Philippines. The city of Bacolod in the Philippines is facing serious problems due to Super Typhoon Igay. Heavy rains have caused flooding, forcing more than 2,000 people to flee their homes. According to the city's Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, as of 8 a.m., various evacuation centers had received 613 families or 221 people. Rescue workers, along with other law enforcement agencies, are involved in the rescue efforts. Some parts of Luzon, Visayas and Montana have been hit by strong winds and flooding due to the intensified southwesterly monsoon. The situation remains tense and authorities continue to work on disaster management. Pakistan. Monsoon rains have caused incidents in Balochistan, killing at least 6 people. The Provincial Disaster Management Authority has declared an emergency in the affected areas of the province. At least 2 people were washed away by floodwaters in Nazrobat district. The national highway connecting Balochistan to Punjab was closed due to rainfall and landslides. Hangzhou, China. Heavy rains continue in China, causing floods and landslides. In Zhejiang province in eastern China, 3 people are missing after heavy rain. Wuyang and Hangzhou districts recorded 32 flash floods and 144 geologic disasters. As a result, 26 houses were damaged or destroyed, 21 roads were blocked and power supply was interrupted for 1,600 households. According to the flood control headquarters, such abnormal weather conditions will last until early August. Fluctuating temperatures are also expected in the coming days, which could aggravate the situation. All these phenomena are indicative of nature's fury and the wrath of the heavens that is bearing down on China this year. Khabarovsk territory. In Khabarovsk, Cry 115 natural fires with a total area of 290,000 hectares have been registered on the territory of the central part of the region. According to the Ministry of Forestry of the region, 519 people, 97 units of equipment and 5 aircrafts are involved in extinguishing the fires. The cause of fires was dry thunderstorms, which occur at air temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius. The fire was recorded in the central part of the region. The area of fires increased to 290,000 hectares. Kuril Islands. Seismologists have recorded an earthquake with magnitude 4.9 in the area of Kuril Islands. According to the head of seismic station Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk, epicenter was located in Pacific Ocean in 172 kilometers to the east from Kuril Island Machua. The origin of the earthquake was at the depth of 10 kilometers. The tremors were registered on the night from Tuesday to Wednesday. Residents of the Kuril Islands did not feel the earthquake. There is no threat of a tsunami. Earlier seismologists warned that an earthquake with a magnitude above May 7 occur in Istanbul and the Marmara Sea region. If it happens, the disaster will be large-scale, scientists believe. Transcarpathia. Today there was an incident on the automobile bridge over the river Teresva in the Transcarpathian region. During the movement of cars collapsed section of the bridge together with a truck and a passenger car. According to preliminary information, 2 cars were damaged, there were 5 people in the passenger car, 1 woman is in serious condition. In total, 3 people were injured. Rescuers, medics and police are working at the scene. One of the injured, a woman, is in serious condition. She has now been hospitalized and her condition is assessed as critical. An investigation into the incident is underway to find out the cause of the bridge collapse and identify those responsible. Italy. A Delta Airlines airplane traveling from Milan to New York had to make an emergency landing due to damage caused by hail during takeoff. The incident occurred at Milan's Malpensa airport. After takeoff, the Boeing 767 circled Milan and headed south to Rome, where it landed safely. Photos show a damaged front nose fairing, as well as wing and engine damage. On Monday afternoon, northern Italy was experiencing a severe storm with thunderstorms, hail, and heavy rain. Turkey, Kemer. Forest fires continue to burn in Turkey, which have engulfed the southern province of Antalya. Currently, fire departments are fighting fires in the area of Kemer Resort. 10 airplanes, 22 helicopters, and more than 200 vehicles are involved to eliminate the fire. The authorities have taken all necessary measures to prevent the fire from spreading to residential areas. The speed of fire advancement was affected by strong winds and low humidity in the region. According to Turkey's tourism minister, about 120 hectares of forest have already burned in the Kemer area alone. Kemer State Hospital has been evacuated as a precautionary measure. 6 people have been hospitalized due to smoke poisoning. Earlier, on Tuesday, July 25, Turkish authorities assured that the fires did not threaten places where hotels and mass tourism facilities are located. However, the situation turned out to be more serious than expected. At present, the fires continue, and the authorities urge residents and tourists to be cautious and follow safety rules.